Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com here with Freddie Roach. Now, Freddie, in the last couple of days, it surfaced that you reached out to Al Heyman about a possible Danny Garcia fight. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, why you did that, and what the result was?
That is not true. I've met with Al Heyman once in my life. We had a meeting one time. It was, he's a very respectful, nice guy at the meeting. But for me to call Al Heyman, I don't have his number. Sorry, that doesn't happen.
Well, now that you confirm that's not true, we can switch to our next question. Some people are thinking, on the boxing scene and other websites, Fight News, some stuff like that, it's being reported that Cotto is the one holding out on the contract. Do you know anything on that? It's saying Canelo signed and Canelo's team is giving Cotto deadlines and stuff like that.
Well, the thing is, I'm Miguel's trainer, and whoever Gabby picks the fight and negotiates with the fight, I get him ready for. So I'm not part of the negotiations. Gabby's 100% in charge of that. When they get down to maybe one or two opponents, he'll call me and ask me which one I like better and so forth. He knows I like that. He knows that I like Alvarez as our next opponent. But the thing is, I don't make those decisions.
Now, what about Gennady Golovkin? Because they seem to be getting impatient. They keep saying that Cotto is using, the money thing as an excuse, but, they talk about his ratings and stuff, and then they talk about Sergio Martinez. What's your response to that? Because, it must be pretty annoying by now.
Well, he's a good fighter. I mean, he's... The quality of opponents hasn't been the greatest in the world, but he's beat everybody out there. He's fundamentally a good fighter. I watch the way he moves. I think he has a good trainer because he does things well in fights. He's a very, very solid guy and maybe a future opponent right now. But right now, my heart is set on Canelo next for Cotto, and then after that you have Mayweather, who's probably going to be around forever, and or we have someone like Golovkin. But I would like that next. But the thing is, again, that's really up to Gabby, not me.
Now, Golovkin's team said they don't need that, Cotto fight, the Canelo fight, to make Triple G a superstar. Do you disagree with that a little bit? Because, Manny beat Ledwaba, which led to Barrera, which made him a star, Marquez, De La Hoya. Don't you need that superstar win to make you a superstar? And Triple G hasn't had that fight yet.
He hasn't had that fight yet, but it seems like a lot of those guys are avoiding him right at this point. The thing is, he's not a pay-per-view fighter yet. He doesn't bring in a lot of money yet. He doesn't have a huge fan base yet, but he is getting better and better all the time. I think maybe they didn't market him in America enough early in his career, but they're starting to now. And, I think, within a couple more fights, he'll be the best maybe pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
If you were Triple G's trainer, would you not take those fights? Would you keep him busy fighting, Tier 2 guys, B-minus fighters, or would you just hold out and say, until you get, a B+, A- former champion type guy, we're not even going to fight?
That's a lot easier said than done. Activity is great for fighters. It's why, like with Manny, if Mayweather doesn't happen, we'll fight somebody, okay? Maybe a Tier 2 guy or something like that, but activity is good for fighters. It keeps fighters sharp. Fighting once a year, it's why the fight game isn't what it used to be, They can't stay sharp fighting once a year, I fought 11 times in my second year pro, Back then it was a different ball game and so forth, That's how I think that's how you become a great fighter, by fighting different styles and different people, and if you can't get the big fight, you're better off taking the fight than staying in the gym, because if you stay in the gym too long, it gets a little boring, a little worn out, So fighters need activity, I feel.
The Boxing Voice.